Captain James Tiberius Kirk. He's back, and the Star Trek fans are excited, but I'm not. Every time I logged on to YouTube this week, Star Trek fans were showing me thumbnails all excited, using words like OMG. They were crying, tears running down their face, screaming Kirk. William Shatner himself is back in Star Trek, finally, given the inning he deserves. And I'll be honest with you, at first I thought, do I want to see this? Other than a few exceptions, Star Trek nowadays has kind of turned me off. And I'm not going to lie to you, I'm more of a Next Generation fan. I do love William Shatner, Spock, and the crew, but I am a more Next Gen type of guy. But after a while, curiosity got to me. Instead of watching the actual short film of Kirk's epic return, what did I do? I watched you guys, other YouTubers, cry and moan about how great it was. How Kirk was back. And first, let me say, I wasn't like most of you that got upset how Kirk died. Oh my, is that what he says at the end? I actually like the death of Captain Kirk. He died heroic. Although I will give you, it's kind of a mind fuck. Because, does he die? I mean, he's in the Nexus. He's always in the Nexus. Always in the Nexus. So, what does that mean? If Picard and Kirk don't stop Dr. Sorn, then the Ribbon's gonna tear him apart and kill him. And guess what? Put him back in the Nexus. And they're already in the Nexus. So now there'll be two of each in the Nexus. And then I asked myself, well, why didn't Dr. Sorn just fly into it? Or at least park a ship and let it come to him? Oh, they explain that doesn't happen. No. But it does happen. It happens at the beginning of the movie. The first time he gets sucked into the Nexus. Oh, this Nexus Ribbon will give you a mind fuck. I'll give you that. But for anyone that loves Captain Kirk, even in a green shirt, like I do, I was happy with his death. And one thing I was glad he hadn't came back. Like most death in Hollywood movies, they come back. They can't stay dead forever. But it seems, unless you give me some kind of stupid book, a comic or something, Kirk was dead and I was happy. But now, you two was telling me Captain Kirk was back, giving a fitting end. Not only that, it seemed he brought Spock back with him. I think one of the Vulcans from the movie and someone from the original television show. Well, I had to see what was going on out of my own Trek curiosity. And what did I do? Well, I watched you guys talk about it. Oh, you Trekkies. Is that what you like to be called? Maybe a Shrekker. You guys were in love. You were excited. Kirk was back. I had to see this. I saw clips of it, and I was confused. That's just a deep fake. That's the AI. It doesn't really mean he's back. It's not even made by the official canon the canon holders of Star Trek. Sure, it's made by someone related to the Gene Roddenberry family, but it really wasn't canon, was it? But I watched you guys. Y'all loved it. Even on a live stream, my buddy Rush told me how good it was. How good it was, and it was exciting. Kirk was back. Kirk, this guy that wears silver sometimes. Kirk. And I know you saying, Junkman, you just don't understand. You just don't like Kirk. That's bullshit. I got an autographed picture of William Shatner right here. Captain Kirk was back. Captain Kirk was back. Or was he really? Finally, I decided it's time. It's time. I've got to check this out. So, I went to the YouTube channel they told me it was. I went there. Couldn't find it. Went to the video section. Wasn't there. Well, a lot of people's talking about it, so let me click on the most popular list. Wasn't there. Let me go to the live stream. Maybe they live streamed it. It wasn't there. Maybe they linked it in the community section. Guess what? It wasn't there. seemed everybody could review this thing and talk about it, but nobody could see it. At least not me. Maybe I just wasn't tricky enough. So, went to Google, found some websites talking about it that linked to the YouTube channel I looked on, and I wasn't there. But they linked to it. Yeah, it's set to Unlisted. Set to Unlisted. Why would you make something as a teaser and not put it out there for people to see? I had to go search for it. So right there, I was already in a foul mood when I found this thing. But Kirk was back. Everyone was excited. Even my boy, Captain Foley over at Trek Yards. Great. If you want to know anything about Star Trek, you check out Captain Foley and his English friend. They know everything there is to know about Star Trek. And I said, if he's excited, if they can make a Canadian happy, damn well they can make me happy. For sure. So, I found the video. Started to watch it. Okay, I admit, this is some good deepfake. Some AI. Hell, even I can do deepfake nowadays. Maybe not as good, but I can do deepfake nowadays. So I started watching it. He was just walking around. Captain Kirk, the hero of the universe, just walking around looking at people. And there's even one scene that made me bust out laughing. Yeah, Captain Kirk walks like this. So I watched, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I hit that little button I was watching it on my phone. Fuck. See what you did to me, Captain Kirk? I was watching it on my phone. And I hit that button. 5 second skip, 5 second skip, 5 second skip, because it was just a walking around. Guess what? Captain Kirk doesn't even talk. Doesn't say one word. No one does. No one talks in this thing. It's like a silent movie. Hey, this is 2024. Nobody wants to see a silent movie. So what did I do? Kept watching it. Met Spock. Kirk met Spock laying on a bed. Why Spock was just laying around, I couldn't figure out the timeline of this thing really, because it looked like Kirk before Generations, but it looked like Spock after Generations. Maybe they were in heaven. Wasn't really explained. But I know. It's just a teaser, right? It's just a teaser. But I watched it. Kirk and Spock was waiting for some epic goodbye. They said nothing. It's been some kind of heaven where you can't talk. So I watched it and I said, this is it. This is what got the Trekkies in tears, making thumbnails, OMG, and all over the internet. They were OG and all over the internet. Now, I'm not saying it was bad. And I know it was just a teaser to something bigger to come. And god dang, I hope they talk during whatever the big tease is. I just didn't understand. Didn't get it. At least my friend Captain Foley kind of reached out and kind of explained it to me. And I didn't ask him for permission to read this, but I hope he doesn't mind. So I'm going to read his words to you because, yes, I admit he's a bigger Trek fan than me. Again, I'm more of a Next Generation guy, and I don't love it as much as I love Star Wars. And when I say Star Wars, I mean Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Although I do like some other things also, but that is my Star Wars love. So let's look at what Captain Foley had to say. As an actor, Sam Witwer, that played Starkiller in the Star Wars Force Legion video game that had prosthetics as well as real-time AI face conversion that was playing Kirk. All of Kirk's facial expression are Sam's work, and he nailed it. I also wish some new dialogue, but was super pleased with the way it turned out, giving Kirk and Spock a touching and fitting goodbye. There's a lot more there to break down, but it's a tricky thing you probably wouldn't understand. This is just part of a series of videos, hopefully leading to something epic. If you are a Trek fan, this was kind of a big deal for multiple reasons. If you didn't understand it or enjoy it, I understand. But it is what it is, and a lot of people absolutely love it. Wise words from a Trekker. And I don't know. Like I said, I just didn't get it. I didn't see anyone bashing this thing, and it doesn't deserve to be bashed, don't get me wrong. Just didn't seem to live up to the hype. Now maybe this is my fault. Maybe because instead of going out and seeking it and finding it myself, what did I do? What did I do? I watch other people talk about it. I watch other people OMG it all over the internet. Watch people cry. Kirk is back. Kirk is back. It's not Kirk. It's AI deepfake or whatever you want to call it. Oh, but it's the guy from the Star Wars video game dressed up like him. And they superimposed Kirk's face over it. We're way past getting excited about a damn deepfake. So, it's my fault. Got hyped up, listened to all these people cry and talk about how great it is. So I went in expecting more than it was, I'm sure. So I'm sure it was my fault. But is it 100% my fault? All those thumbnails, the triggers I'm making, and then the website or YouTube channel that has it, they can't make it easy to find? They had to put it on private? No. Well, I just wanted to rant. I know you guys like a good rant, and I do too. Maybe it's just me, because I can't find anyone that says they were let down or just didn't see what was so impressive. That was the thing. I just didn't see anything special about it. And please don't bring Kirk back. Kirk died. Kirk is dead. Accept it. What a great death it was. Now, I gotta head to the store. I think my phone's dead. Beam me up, Scotty!
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.